A huge welcome, everybody, to our game of the week. Finally, it is here. You can take all that just another game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Back to pass. It's Morton. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
At the 46-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Huskers are on the move here. There's the handoff. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback dropping back. He's escaping the pocket now. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. On the 7th play of the opening drive, they've moved it, but now face a 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Strong game by this quarterback. A horrible field position to start the drive, Kirk, where they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled after the catch.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle is made, just a short gain and after the completion.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
We'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the grab, breaks loose at the 40. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Chris, the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys. Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And the fullback takes a turn running the football. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
At the 35-yard line. Third down coming up.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown. He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
Now the all-important extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Well, he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Can he make it? Touchdown, Nebraska. He will score. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Down he goes. A sack.
Chris, this is what I love about the legacy of the Nebraska linebacker is the ability to get after the quarterback like this. I mean, think about some of the guys that you and I have had a chance to watch wear that uniform. Back in the old days, it was that half jersey, right? Guys like Trev Alberts and Broderick Thomas and Terrell Farley in the mid-90s on that national championship team. And Levante David, who's a great pro, but got it all started right there in Lincoln.
And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now.
The end of the first quarter. Nebraska 14, Houston 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Back to throw. It's Morton. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain.
Picks up 4. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he'll set up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Rivera. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Running out of time in the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up 4th down. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. It'll be a 34-yard try. And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The shotgun running play call. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? From the shotgun, drops back. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They feed the fullback this time. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the flat. It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. Now a carry here for the fullback. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
Now a crucial 3rd down and goal. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
14.
Bringing it out, it's Robinson. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here comes a first down pass attempt. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Brings up 2nd down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First down. Looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Dropping back. It's Morton. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, his quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Second and long now from their own 10. They're going to run it here. They'll tackle him about the 15-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Looking to throw. It's Morton. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. The defense takes their third and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. He connected the first time. This attempt is from 44 yards away. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. He connected the first time. This attempt is from 44 yards away. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick this away to start the second half. Returner decides to field it. Returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. Houston's offense heads back out onto the field now. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what. They're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
Backed up to the 6-yard line. It's second and long. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch made on the left side. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
The QB throws his third pick of the day. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick, or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping him out of the end zone.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
We'll try and run it. Here's the running back. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to throw. It's Morton. It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He finds his man. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's third and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one. And now they're in business.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Huskers. That puts them on top in the second half. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
The PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Grab behind the line. It's Herrera. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. The big fullback's got it here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6.
And the 46-yard line. Second down.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught quickly. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Can he get there on the ground? And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, that's mano and mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back did just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
This time, a completion. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Houston now operating in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Touchdown, Houston. Still no answer for this offense.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
Extra point up and good, so it's 28-24. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Robinson. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. It's a run. Running back's got it. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the running back takes the handoff and tests the middle and gets stuck. That is just not open for business today.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down. And right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They've got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. You give it to the big fullback here. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Looking to pass, it's Morton. Defense is coming after him. Catch is made down the middle. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
Costly holding penalty there, backs him up 10 yards. Penalty sets him back, makes it 1st and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back has it on a screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now, defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Hands off to the fullback. Finding space at the 20. Comes out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking here. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. He reminds you on that play right there.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's a carry for the fullback. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Houston. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Point after, not right through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a draw play. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. To throw, it's Morton. He's going to take off here. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Here's a throw underneath to the back. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. The crowd is roaring, trying to help this defense on 4th down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. It was a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.